recording. Okay, it is recording. Okay.
Mahalia, in this world, you must know who you are.
Welcome back to my channel, Nerd It This Way. I'm Mahalia, and we're gonna change things up. And I'm actually filming in my living room, dining room area. So as you may or may not know, I'm packing up my house because we're moving by like the end of the year, and so I want to be prepared. And so we're gonna do a change of scenery. You might hear my dogs. You will hear my dogs in the background because they're playing outside. So this video is pretty much me prepping for camp. Not for camp, but for NaNoWriMo in November. And so let's get into it. And so for prepping for NaNoWriMo, it's really not as hard as people make it seem, nor is it very easy. So when you're prepping in October, what I do is pretty much do character charts. I look up terminology for buildings. I look up weapons and all the descriptions that go into them, and I try to match a weapon with a certain character that I am going to be writing on. So for this year, I will be using NaNoWriMo to help me kind of pump out my thesis, because that's like the best way to do it. If you have a creative writing book, or you're in a class, Camp NaNoWriMo is great to kind of force you to get your like drafts together or your scenes, and then NaNoWriMo is where you slap it all together. So it's like SAT prepping, and then you take the SAT and you just do great on it. So another way to prep or to just like prepare for NaNoWriMo is to figure out a writing schedule. So if you write early in the morning, if you write before you go to bed, try and figure out the time that works with you before you go to bed. I am one of those writers that I write first thing in the morning and then before I go to sleep. So I feel like I'm going to be very successful this year, and I am hoping that I stay positive and optimistic about the outcome, which is another thing that you kind of need to prep yourself on, because there will be days where you do not feel like writing, but you need to write. So if this is the case for you, like it is for me, it's great to have accountability partners to where they're like texting you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, your phone, and making sure you hit your daily goal of like 800 words, 300 words, or, you know, a full chapter, because you need that. And a lot of people don't realize that support is like the key when it comes to writing. Like, you need that person to be like, hey, have you written that chapter? Like, I don't remember seeing you writing. What happened with that? And so I have a few accountability partners. I have my besties and my husband, kind of like, hey, I haven't seen you write anything. Like, what's going on with that? Like, did you do a character chart that I didn't know about? Or, you know, blah, 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 blah. So that's how my October went. Also, my mindset. So if you get into slumps around holiday times, it's really also good to have that accountability partner, not just for, you know, your writing, but also for your mental state and emotional state during the holiday times, because something about either the weather or it just brings out like kind of that slump in everyone, or that just that like not that just that you don't want to do anything. And so that's another reason to have an accountability partner or an emotional partner, someone like that. And so another thing that I do is I actually am on one of my buns is uneven. That sucks. I have a writing app that I use, and it is called Dabble. And I use it for my writing, and it tells me when I hit my reading goal, and it is amazing. So I will be using that for NaNoWriMo, as well as Google Docs. You'll hear heavy breathing. That is my dogs coming back in. Hi, Kuma. And so, yes, if you have any tips, tricks, or suggestions for people who are going to do camp why do I keep saying camp? NaNoWriMo this year. Please put them in the description box below. Please like this video. It helps out my channel. Share this with other people who are thinking about doing NaNoWriMo, as well as people who are unsure if they should do it because of the stress, the time limit, and everything like that. That does play a factor. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, also, my name is Mahalia, if I didn't say that in the beginning. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Bye.